Hi everyone, thank you for coming. We present you Skydive and real-time network analyzer. I'm Nicolas Planel, principal engineer at Red Hat.
Hi everyone, thanks for having us today. I'm Sylvain Auchin, principal software engineer at Red Hat. I've been contributing to Neutron and OpenContrail.
So this comes out as a grandiose mumble. Can you kind of evoke a little bit?
Yeah, okay. T'as le truc?
Non, il se saoule.
Vas-y. Sorry. Okay. So about the agenda of this presentation, we will speak about why we started to develop Skydive, what is Skydive, and a bit about the design and the implementation. And then we will finish by a little demonstration, and we will, of course, answer to some questions. So first of all, why we started Skydive? So Skydive is a network, real-time network analyzer, aiming to be to help people to troubleshoot networks and to help people to monitor their infrastructure. So why we started Skydive? So because the SDN is a complex thing, and troubleshooting, monitoring it is even more complex. It's quite usual to have some issue while looking for network issues like packet drops or some performances issue. It's a bit like finding or trying to find the OpenStack logo in this picture. It could be funny, but it could be also painful. So, and why we have this? Because finally we have a lot of SDN solutions on the market. Some of them are open source and some of them not. There is a different way of implementing the network or a different way of seeing what is a network. And we can have something like nested implementation or nested deployment, like having a OpenStack Neutron, for example, with a an OpenDLI controller or some others, with a container SDN implementation within it, like Flannel. So it's quite hard to understand exactly how to troubleshoot or how to find an issue. To do that, you have to understand perfectly how the network is working, but also you have to understand perfectly how the SDN solution is implementing the network or is building the infrastructure. So meaning the interfaces and so on. So, and if we look at a bit deeper inside why we have these such issues, it's because we have different point of view of the implementation. Finally, for the SDN solution, we have different implementation in terms of management, meaning configuration, for example. We have the different point of view of what is a network, what is a subnet, what is a virtual router. This is the same thing for the control plane. We have a different way to implement the control plane part. Meaning a different way to use protocols. Like we know that we have a control plane implementation based on OpenFlow, XMPP, BGP. Sometimes we have a mix of them. This is almost the same thing for the data plane. We have some solution based on VLAN, VXLAN, GRE, MPLS, and so on. And same thing for the data path. Finally, we have different way of implementing these kind of things. So it's quite hard to understand exactly how to troubleshoot when we have an issue. We really need to understand perfectly how the SDN controller is finally implementing all this stuff, meaning the configuration, the control plane, and the data plane.
So when we decide to design this solution, the Skydive, we would like to do troubleshooting. So we ask ourselves the question like where the packet are dropped or fragmented or the problem occurred, like a choke point on your networks. So that is usually very bad things. and what's packet layer pass, what the packet layer pass could be in the network at the points we didn't know, so we need to use some tools. You want to be easy to answer this kind of question, like a number of flow on these links, what the tenants do on the network, either you have DDoS attacks or etc. So today, yeah, we have Toolbox to debug the OpenStack network, but it's like using IP routes, OVS, VCTL, THLB, RCTL, Dexter, and so forth. It's quite complicated because it's like doing debugging, troubleshooting by hands, and it's quite painful when it happens on the networks, especially when there's isolation, etc. So what we need, we decide to select a few points, like a solution that is flow-centric, so that whatever packets arrive, we analyze the flow and keep it in the storage. Easy to deploy, meaning like not so much binaries to install and dependency, etc. We like to be SDN agnostic because all the solution today is like there are a few a lot, as Sylvain present you SDN solution. I would like to be non-intrusive or lightweight, aim as well to not kill your performances on the runtime, on the platform, and obviously we like open API and connectors to current SDN. So we decide to divide the solution into two parts, like the topology probe and the flow probes, and the analyzer. Basically, the topology is like to record what events the due ports will be spawned somewhere on the network, like interfaces or bonding, retrieve the MTU or metadata. And the flow probes are here to get the packets. It could be sampling from different protocols. We would like to on demand on the network at some point of the network we would like to record and do some filtering to get back overlay information on the packets. And the brain of the solution is the analyzer that we're talking more in details after, but it's like the mapping between the flow and the topology, and to aggregate all the probe information and do post-analysis. So the agent, topology or flow agent, is based on the graph engine for the topology, and populated by all the binding, like on Netlink, NetNS, OVSDB, ETH tool, etc. The flow are based on the storage internally and the flow-centric way by a flow table in memory, but we'll and do the mapping locally of the flow and topology on each agent. All the information will be further sent to the analyzer. Packet can be today supported by SFlow, so you analyze the packet from the SFlow or from pickups. So Skydive Analyzer, the brain, the aggregation of all the events are just the point of the topology and the flow probes, and do the analysis pipeline that we decide to do and store it in the database like Elasticsearch. But everything is open API, so you can change easily the storage or one components. So the Skydive use case is usually that's what we want to do. Like we design it to reply to this solution. Is detection of common configuration events, like for example on the security group, you can detect that your packets are dropped by the use. It could be like detection of live network issue on the bad performances or DDoS. As you can see, like you can have a kind of attacks because you see a lot of flow on the tenants. You can possibly have a capture traffic at any point of the topology of your OpenStack or your network. And you can have a post-mortem analysis because we store all the information in the flow table on the Elasticsearch database. So you can do some query on the database afterwards to maybe see what happens at 4 a.m. on the networks, why my VM didn't boot correctly and didn't have the network correctly, set up correctly. Detection of bad application as well. You can detect the performances of the application by the RTT, round trip time, or the other kind of information that you can conclude by the analysis of the database. So let's jump.
So, okay, I'm going to start the demo. Just a few minutes. Okay, so for this demo, this is a recorded demo, and we have cut some part to have it a bit shorter. But in order to start this demo, this is a 2 dev stack demo. One is a full dev stack, meaning Neutron, Nova, and so on, and a compute. And the second one is just a compute. Okay, let's start. So first, in order to have Skydive running with your dev stack, you just have to put 2 lines in your local.conf file. One is to enable the plugin, and the other one is to enable the component of Skydive, so meaning the analyzer or the agent. So we have on the full dev stack the analyzer and the agent, and of course on only the dev stack with the compute node, which is a compute node, we have only the agent. So both are started. And now we can, once your dev stack is running, you can go through the Skydive web UI, and you will see that Skydive detected all the already set up interfaces, meaning in the case of a neutral deployment, the classical bear_tune and bear_x and bear_int. Pointing your mouse over the interfaces that are present, you can have some details on the right, like the MTU and the status of the interface and so on. So now we are going to create some Neutron resources, like a network to start, and of course a subnet. And since once the subnet is created, Neutron is going to create the physical resources or the resources, the network resources, in order to implement the subnet, meaning a DHCP and so on. And if we go back to the Skydive web UI, we can see that the resources are created or reflected as well. So we have a namespace, and we have an interface which is an open vSwitch internal interface, and we have some. Since we enabled the Neutron connector, we are able to retrieve extra information from Neutron, meaning the tenant ID and the network ID and so on. And yeah, that's it. So now we are going to create a router. And I think we are going to attach the router just created to the private network we just created before. And once we will have done that, Neutron will going to create the namespace associated to this router, and Skydive detect the change. So we have a new namespace for the router with the classical QR interface connected to the integration bridge already there, and we have almost the same information that we saw previously, the tenant ID and so on. We can also see that the VLAN is reported, meaning the local VLAN of the local Open vSwitch. We may want to have a local view, meaning be focused on one specific node, and we can do that by requesting, by browsing the URL of the one specific agent, and yeah. So now we are going to attach the virtual router to the public network, and we should have normally another interface connected to the BRX bridge, and that's what we have. And as previously, you have all the details on the right, so you can see precisely with a good precision what has been implemented by Neutron. Since we used a flat network for this deployment, there is no VLAN reported in the metadata for this interface. So now we are going to boot a VM on the first dev stack. It's a bit long. A bit painful to enter availability. No, this is a subnet. We are going to create a second one. It will be faster than this for this one. Yeah. Yeah, created. So going back to the interface, we are going to see what Nova is going to do and Neutron. So finally, we said that we have a tap, we have the bridge, the QBR, and we have the two classical VOTH connected to the bridge. One side of the VOTH interface is reported as to be a member of managed by Neutron, just because this is only this interface is associated with Neutron because this is the interface that Neutron see because they have the MAC used by Neutron. And yes, we have the same VLAN for the port, for the OVS port. So now, before starting the second VM, we start a capture on the BRINT bridge on both sides, on the node 1 and on the node 2. And now we are ready to start the second VM. So as previously, we can see what is happening on the Skydive side. So same thing, we have all the details on the right for the tap, for the bridge, for the VATHs, and for the port, and so on. So now we are going to use the Skydive client in order to check that we have the probe for the flow capture already there. So we are just exporting two variables in order to set the credentials. We have a connector to Keystone, so this is the same credential than the Keystone is using. And we can see that we have only one binary for the client. for the analyzers and for the agent. So yes, just getting the result of the capture list, and we see that we have 2 probes started. And now if we go to Elasticsearch, we can see that we have captured some flows, and we can see that we have the prop path, which is where the flow has been captured, and we have where the flow has been generated and where the flows are going to. And we have all the metrics depending on the layer, for example, for Ethernet, IPv4, UDP, and so on. And every time we can see where the packet had been captured. So we have finally, we can see that the first one of some packets has been captured from the node 2 and some others from the node 1. Since we started two probes. And if we go back to the web UI, you can have the same information, pointing your mouse to the interfaces where you have started the capture. So this is exactly the same information. So now, before generating some other traffic, we are going to start another capture, but not on OVS bridge, but on the bridge, the Linux bridge used by Node1 to connect the VM. So we are going now. We are connected to one VM, and we are pinging the second one. And after a few seconds, the flow table should have been updated, the Elasticsearch database, and we should be able to find our flows on the Elasticsearch database. So we are going to specifically search for ICMP v4 packets, and we can see that we have 3 flows, 2 for the capture for the OVS bridges, and 1 for the captures for the Linux bridge. And as previously, we can see that we have the prop path, so where the packet has been captured. And if we want to have another point of view, we can go through the conversation interface, and we have we can see how the VM are exchanging packets and firmware and where the packets are going. We have a connector to Docker, and starting a container to a MySQL container. We can see that we have the container detected as a namespace with a little picto for Docker, and since this is a Docker connector, we have some information coming from Docker, like the image ID and so on. And I think that's it for the demo. Okay, I'm going to speak a bit about the Skydive roadmap. This is very short-term roadmap. We want to address a lot of things, and more than what we have listed on this slide. So in the next few months, we want to add more connectors, more way to capture the topology, meaning maybe more SDN connectors. We want to add more way to capture the traffic and more way to filter the traffic. Currently, there is no mechanism to filter the traffic at the agent side, but we want to add this in order to have a lower impact on the performances. Of course, we want to add more protocols on the analysis side, and we want to improve a little bit the security. We have currently a connector to Keystone, and we are able to have an authentication mechanism between the analyzers and the agents. But we want to add an airbag mechanism to have a different kind of users using Skydive. And we want to add an SSL layer on between the communication, especially for the packets forwarding between the agents and the analyzers. And we want to provide a way to anonymize IPs for security reasons, of course. I couldn't stop this meeting, this presentation without saying that we are this is an open source project. We are open to any contribution. It could be a code, it could be use cases, or just a bug report. Whatever you can do, it could be nice. And I think that's it. If you have some questions, there are 2 mics.
Do you have any plans for on-demand tests? For instance, things like ping, traceroute, or iPerf?
Today we didn't select, but we can add some whatever flow probes on the solution. iPerf is just a tools to see the to generate the client-server connections. So you will see the packets as a TCP or UDP session, a flow on the flow table, and of course we will see that in the Elasticsearch.
Do you mean you want to generate? The idea was to generate traffic in order to. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, exactly. I'd like to generate traffic to measure that traffic. And,
okay. So you want to be able to generate traffic and to capture the traffic in order to see if there is any latencies or some.
Yes, or perhaps get statistics about it. Like with iPerf, it would be total throughput.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that could be a good use case.
I have a question about the performance test. As you mentioned, you have used PCAP or something. As far as I know, PCAP is really a bad performance in Linux. And the one thing is data plane performance. Another thing is the control plane performance. I have seen the graph, the UI is very perfect, but what if the port, what if we have 1,000 of namespace? I mean, in our deployment, the network node have many DHCP and router namespace. There will be many virtual network devices. What if so many devices input to the UI? What's the performance?
Okay, for the performances, finally we have 2 kind of probes currently. We have PCAP. Okay, for the bad performances, we are going to work on more way to, as I said before, we are going to work on more way to capture the traffic. And we are going to finally, only the agent is seeing the traffic, not the analyzer, so only a part of the traffic. Finally, only the flows are forwarded to the analyzers, not all the traffic. What was the second part of your question? We have a second way to capture the traffic, which is S-flow. So we have this is more a simple way to retrieve the traffic, so it's costless. For the web UI, yes, we are going to improve it because currently yeah, of course. And we are going probably to add a way to filter what is shown on the web UI. Like, okay, I just want to see the interfaces for this specific tenant or this specific attribute with this specific attribute. Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a related question, really. What kind of scale have you guys tested this at so far? I mean, we're aware of this project before the summit, and we're pretty interested in using it on our public cloud. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of scale you've tested it at so far.
Today, Skydive is a project. It's not a product today. So we didn't scale. We didn't do tests today. So for scaling at high level, it's more like for testing. We prefer to add all the features that we prefer, and then see what the bottlenecks will be after. But we designed in the thinking where, obviously, where could be the bottlenecks. For example, we didn't send the packets from the agents to the analyzer directly. It's like we analyze on the agents, like getting flow tables, and obviously the data sent to the analyzer are a lot less than a lot of packets. Other question? Okay. Thank you very much.